New year team looks different from the outside. Does it feel different?
Feels very different. We're going from what I consider, we hung our hat on our transition. We were a sleek, scoring team that could spread the floor and fast. And I think we're going into more of a half-court power team that can, I think, play inside out. And we're going to be young, but again, it creates a lot of opportunities, for our new players. And our new players are talented. So you got to get them into the fire. But again, it's an interesting transition from watching us fly up and down the court, shoot threes, really be aggressive defensively, to being a more half-court power basketball team. Probably the best way I can describe it.
In terms of the personnel difference, you lost a lot of great senior leaders from last year's team, but kind of that new, young energy of this year's team, how is that going to kind of change? It's hard to replace someone like Nia with just one player, but as a team effort, how are you going to go about trying to replace that?
Yeah, you never do. I mean, I've been a head coach for, 33, 34 years. I don't know. Had a lot of great players, a lot of pros, All-Americans. And, if you're lucky, you have 3 or 4 players in your career as a coach, like a Nia Coffey, and fortunate to, you're not going to get them every year. And especially one that had the whole package like she did off the court. She graduated early. She, was a first-round pick, obviously. And, but I think it set the bar, too, that Northwestern's a viable place if you're a McDonald's All-American, or you could probably throw a dart and say, I want to go to this college, and they would offer you a scholarship. So, I think she's done great things for us. But you're right, you don't replace her. It creates some opportunities for younger players. So I think that's kind of fun about it. But there's days I'm going to miss her, too. I spoke yesterday at Iowa High School Coaches Convention clinic, and on the plane I was watching our game with Iowa just to prep, trying to remember, and then I realized she had 34 points in that game, so I miss that, too. But her, Deary, Inman, Doug, it's a great crew. But again, it gives opportunities for younger players. Allie Tuttle just did a lot for us on and off the court. So, we'll miss all those guys.
Who fills the leadership void that's pretty gaping right now?
I think, I think those guys, you're going to see Lydia Rhodey. She is, I think one of the best student athletes at Northwestern. She's involved in everything. Everybody on our team looks up to her, respects her on and off the court. Probably got the best work ethic of, anybody who's been in our program in years. And, was a walk-on that is now a senior that, her story is really compelling, but she's earned everything. And I think our players see that a lot as a respect thing. So I think, but there'll be other players that'll stay. I think Amber's in that position because of some of her experience last year. I think you're going to see, Jordan Hamilton and, even as a freshman, she has a command, a presence about her on the court that I like. So, I think you'll see by committee a little bit, but I think Lydia will be the one that, everybody turns to. Abby Shives had, is probably, when she walks in the gym, probably the most experienced player we have, in big games. So, we're going to lean on her in a lot of ways, too.
Coach, you said you want to be an inside-out team. Sounds like it's going to start a lot with your centers, with Oshie and Abby Wolf. What do you see from them, and how are they going to fill that bigger role this year in the NFL?
Well, I think when you're playing with a Coffey, playing with a Deary, a Lyon, an Inman, a Douglas, if we didn't throw it in that much, to be honest with you, we asked our post players over the last couple of years, Kristen Johnson, Allie Tuttle, last year, both Abbies at times, Oshie, to be really, really good defensive players, be physical, and screen for those guys. So, it was pretty simple. And I think now they're going to need to score. And I think they're capable. They're going to get more touches, more opportunities. And so I think that's where, it's good for them. Their roles are going to change. But it's also exciting for them, too. And I think they have the physical skills to be able to do that. Otherwise, I wouldn't be putting them in that position. Same with Scheid, and she's more of an inside-out player probably, but Palace is playing at a much different level than I've ever seen her right now too. So we expect a lot from her, and maybe the best rebounder in the Big Ten right now.
Are there many teams who match that kind of inside-out post-centered approach, and how do you think they'll compare to the rest of the Big Ten? I
think in our league everybody has that. That's what makes the league so hard, is that everybody you play is going to have 6'4", 6'5", and some of them are feature that, some of them use them in different roles. But I can't name a team in our league that doesn't have somebody 6'4", 6'5" that they get the ball to or can guard. So it's going to be a challenge. But I think for us to score inside is going to be a challenge. But I think we have the players to do it. And I think the league is a power league right now. It's also when you look at with the exception, there's a couple teams that are really more of a transition team, like Ohio State or. Maryland's been that way too, but they've always had an inside presence. So I think it's going to be fun. I think we have both. If we can shoot the ball like we have in practice, I think we can play inside out. Because Rhodey and Amber and Birdie, Jordan, all these guys, they shoot it pretty well. So hopefully that'll take some pressure off the post. Scheid is one of the best three-point shooters I think in our league too.
Do you see yourself playing two bigs at a time? And what would be the pros and cons of doing that?
I could play three. I might play three, which I used to do at GW sometimes when I had power basketball players. And I think we have, because Scheid can play outside, we might play, depending on who we're playing too, in some matchups. But we'll see how that evolves. That's something, if you're a coach, you're always like, I think every coach is a little bit of a mad scientist and trying to come up with different lineups. And if we play this way, a little outside the box. And in Northwestern, you've always had to do that, whether it's, changing defenses a lot. Chris Collins, Chris has done that, and I think it's helped him. He's always mixing and matching a little bit.
Down at the other end of the lineup, seems like some uncertainty at the point guard spot. What's the situation there?
Yeah, Ashley Deary, she was so durable too for as much contact as she was involved in, as many collisions as she created or she was part of or the other team created. She bounced right back up. It was amazing and just an incredible career. So Carly Roser too. We were really lucky the last couple of years to have both of them. And so now I think, again, you'll see with Birdie and with Jordan, opportunities. And of course, Birdie being through our system last year, and then Jordan, coming in as, just highly acclaimed point guard. So I think you're going to see a lot from both of them. And I think our players trust them, which is really important, even though, it's still October.
Coach, a lot of freshman activity today. Lindsay, Brooke, and Jordan all pretty involved. How are you going to work on incorporating them in while also, bringing them along gradually to college basketball?
Well, I think, some probably going to be thrown to the fire at times, and you're going to lean on them. So they got to be like sophomores sometimes or juniors, and all our players got to play a year up really this year. Which Oshie being a fifth year, maybe that'll help her. But I think Jordan and Lindsay Pulliam have been in a lot of big positions in high school, and they played a lot of basketball. They're fearless. I got to tell you, they really are. So, I don't think they care that if they have the ball late in the game and it's a Big Ten team. To them, it might be like beating their high school rival. Just give me the ball. So, I hope it's like that. I hope that's their attitude. But they're fearless, and they're fun. They're a lot of fun. I think Brooke is coming along too, and it was a pleasant surprise when we got her. It was kind of a late signing for us. Came as a walk-on, and I think she's doing really good things for us.
Anything else, guys?
How close are you to settling on a starting lineup and having a rotation in mind?
I was watching Greg Popovich. About as close as he is right now, too. Which changes every week, right? So I think we're getting closer. I think we have some scrimmages coming up. We have an exhibition game. I think that'll start separating some people. We're starting to get healthy. We had some people out, and so I think we're seeing them a little bit more. We're seeing people at full speed and what they can do in drills. So, but sooner than later, because we got games too.
We saw some flashes of Amber Jamison last year, especially late in the season. Is she taking a step to where she can be kind of a frontline option and someone with the ball in her hands a lot?
I think she's shooting the ball really consistent right now. She's so strong, physical, that I think her game has improved, her all-around game. And when she came in as a freshman, she could really rebound the basketball, and we're starting to see that more. We can play her as a big guard, play her as a three player. So she's given us a lot of, some, as you mentioned, from a lineup standpoint, I think she'll help us a lot. She's scoring, which I need her to do. I need her to get fouled. I need her to, hit threes and then put it on the floor, get out in transition and finish. So I think she's stepping up, and you can see the confidence coming up. But the other one too is Palace. Palace's confidence level now is, like I told our fans today, she's going to break one of these rims at Evanston High School. I don't know if it'll be on a dunk or a goaltending call or something, but she's playing at the rim right now, and excited for her. She's worked really hard.
She, even last year, seemed still kind of wrong that freshman year Palace, sophomore year Palace were both raw. Is junior year Palace a more refined player?
No question. She knows our system. She's worked hard on her game. Her footwork's better. Her post game is better. Defensively, one thing I love about Palace, which hasn't changed, is she literally tries to get every single rebound. And I don't care if it's a layup line in warm-ups or a drill or a game. And she just has that mentality, and very few players have that I've seen over the last 20, 30 years. I have one, Ugo Oha, George Washington, that was an All-American. She tried to block every shot and get every rebound, and she did, and she held all the records. But Palace she tries to get every rebound. And if you guys came in and just were shooting around, she would get every rebound for you, kick it back to you. It's like like playing Papa Shot or something. But hopefully she won't have to get her own misses, which she's gotten better.
Great. Thanks a lot, Coach. Thanks everyone for coming out.
Okay. All right, guys. Thank you. Yeah, look forward to having you. Thanks for coming to our home court. Yeah.